Now that we did the last video of 1 to 6, now what we're going to do in French and English is we're going to create, okay? We're going to create 9, okay? We're going to try to create the highest number. The highest number is 12. When I create 12, I get 104 communication, 10, 4. I also create 32, the doorway. 3 and 2, 2 and 3, BC. That will create 11, and it's also created by 27. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 equals 14 and 9, 23. 14, 1 and 4 also stands for a quarter. And 9 is 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will equal to your 11. 6 and 5 is 11. Okay, yo, 11, the gateway, 1 and 1, when you connect two sides together. 1 is in between, the connector of the two sides. When the center turns, it switches over. We have 95, E-I-E-I-O on the farm, and 41. Again, the 1 quarter, 1 connects to 4, the 2, 5, and the 1, 6. Then we have 6 and 3, creation of 6, creation of 3 areas of 6, where 3 areas, these 2 areas in 1, create your 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6, 6, 6, and 6, 6, 6. That is your number, 54 the sun. Remember, 2 sides, okay? All reflecting mirrors all over. Now when we get 2, 6 equals to your 8. 2 and 6 is your 8. 2 and 4, that's your communication. So when you get 2 and 6, you get 96. When you get 2 and 4, you get 136. 136 is your touchdown. 8 and 5 is 13, becomes 4. 4 and 2 becomes 6. 4 and 6, that is your east-west rotation of life. 1.5 times 4 is that 6. 1.5 times 2 is your 3. 1.5 times 4 is your 6. 1.5 times 6 is your 9. It's the only numbers that we'll create from this. That means it's automatic and numbers are perfect. Now we're going to create 4 and 5. That is the number to the foxhole in the sun. The number is 125, 1 and a quarter, 512 memory. This is in French we're working right now. If I want to work it in English to the 6, 1, okay, in English it's 5 and 2, and 3 and 4, that's 86, that's communication. In French it would be 92, and that would be the birth of I and I2 systems in one of the many hundreds of designs that I have created in the past few years. I and I. Remember, this is only the center, from this side to this side. I'm not making the whole circle. I don't need to make the whole circle. It's an energy and a pressure that squeezes. Either it squeezes this way or it squeezes that way. But if it doesn't squeeze, you will see like the horse, and it'll be a blur. But when you squeeze, you're actually generating the energy to be more precise. I have astigmatism because of my eye squeeze. Okay, so when we want to wrap one more time, using in English, okay, when we want to go in English to 2 and 5, in English to 2 and 5, here is 2, here is 2, here is 5, here is 5, that is your 7, here is 85. That is the matrix. It stands for the heaven of 5, where there are 8. 5 and 2, 5 and 3, blah, 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 5 with all the numbers, and how their combinations work out. No matter what you do with 5 with all the other planets, because Jupiter is number 99, okay, every other number will stay the same. 99 number will be the same as the other number. The same time, as we have to understand, as the 5th planet. Being the 5th planet, it's half. Half of everything all around. Because 5 means half. Half to the left, half to the right. 5 is half. 2 halves. 1 splits 2 halves. 1 and 1 splits 2 halves twice. You got a quarter. It's perfect. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. It's 9. 3 by 9 is 27. It's 9. 9 and 9. 27 and 18 is 45, and 9 equals 2. 54, the foxhole and the sun. So when we want to create something a little bit bigger, the altar, the 4 is 3. Okay, but if we now take 4 and 3, no, let's go 6 and 4 because that is the east-west rotation. These two in French create 13 is 4 and 2 and 2 is 4. It's perfect. They go together. Cycle of the moon and earth, and when you add them up. We're going to now work 4 down here in English. As 60 seconds, it becomes 142. It means the bad cat, the timer, inside of here. 8 and 6 equals to 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. 5 and 2 is earth. 0 equals 6. Instead of a 2, it now becomes 8. 5 and 8 becomes the matrix. Okay, because it's cobwebbed all the way around, even in the numbers, by no choice. When we want to add them this way, although 2 is 54, it gets 2 because of its number. It becomes 56 and 52. So now it becomes Earth. Where 3 is 81, Venus is now 84. 84 is now Pluto, and 78, which is the separation of the gateway, October. And when you add 1 to 12, it's 87. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And then 8 times 7 and 8 plus 7, okay, equals to 56, and 15 equals to 71. 7 and 1 to 81 to 91 are all parts of the 10-world gateway. 7 is the gate of 8. Go in one corridor 7, come out the other corridor 8. They don't say go in 7 and come out door 7, because you're coming out the same doors of your knowledge. It's 8. But from the other side, they say go in gate 7 and come out door 8. So they reversed it. 15 is now Mars, because 15, 51 is Mars, and the vibration of 2, 3, 4 is between it, and that's the vibration. I only work with the numbers. If you didn't create the numbers in science, if we didn't have Einstein and relativity and all this, I work with all their numbers. I can't work with every single day and every single moment and remember everything, but if you give me the facts right here, I'll show you where they belong and how the relationship fits, and if we can put all these things to its reality, that what we understand, for however you create, that if you put oil in a pan, or if you take gasoline, you throw a match, that's how everything ignites. Okay? I'm going to see if there's anything else in here. We did a number count with 1. The number count with 1 equals to 40 and 13. C and E, Earth creation. 3rd planet, 5th planet, 3rd letter. Third planet, 5th letter. Inside of it below, it creates 3, 5, and 5. Becomes plus or minus 27, creation, inside of 1/3 of Pluto, because Pluto is 81, and it's angel, and 80. 80 becomes 86, and now it's communication, all through number 1. This is everything number 1 does. This becomes Venus and Saturn, or in low shu, it becomes the birth inside Uranus, number 7, the gateway, ends up in the 6th position, as a 9 ends up in the 2 position. This year becomes 54, the sun, or 106, or 161, the half-life. I shift numbers. It also retains on this side over here, where Z, the opposite way that we go, becomes 55, and it's the same thing, 27. It becomes 82, the cycle of the moon, creation of Neptune. Neptune, put that thing inside the water, the electric in the water, and we're all stuck. Hold on to water and electricity, and see, you're stuck. It's almost like gravitational pull. So we have these numbers. Now this is I and I and I and I. Upside down, up, right side up, upside down. 6 boxes and 9 boxes and 6 boxes and 6 boxes and 9 boxes and 9. And this is the setup of Mars. Now we have to make it individual. I will have to take a certain number of boxes, 1, 2, 3, okay, then 1, 2, 3, and show it here. I'm going to show you this right now how it works. I've never done this before. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. Okay, and here's your other 6. Where you had the 6 here, now you have the 6 here. Where you have the 6 here, you have the 6 here. Where you have the 6 here, you know, have the 6 here. Why? Because the equation and geometrical engineering of this design make it perfect. This is open in between. This is open in between. Here we have 2 lock with 2 and 2 open. Call this I and I. Call this I and I upside down, where we stated one big I, because it's all in the numbers. The numbers tell me what to do, and those are the numbers. I just want to state one thing, that inside of 3, okay, we also come to represent number 39. This is the sky system. Number 4 ends up the cycle runner of the moon, the heaven and Venus. 2 and 4, 2 and 6. 2 and 4 is 6. 2 and 6 is 8. Why? Because of the number sign. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we want to go from the bottom, I wish I can show you a calculator right now, but I'll draw it out, okay? I'll draw it out in the back. I don't want to mess up this paper anymore. If we draw it out, 2, 4, 6, 8. If I draw it out, I'll get 8 and 6, 14. 8 and 4, 12. This will become purple. Why? Because the purple ball is over here, and this one will become green. And green is with the 6 ball, and 4 is with the purple ball, and both related off the black ball and pull. So I'm using the game you've already taught me. This becomes 3, this becomes 5, C and E, this becomes 6, 2 and 4, this becomes 8, communication in C and E. 2, 5, 6, 8. One last thing I want to mention, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's numbers missing. Over here, okay, it would be 2.5. Over here, it'd be 5.5. Okay, but over here and here, it'll be 3, 4, 7, 6. This is the diametrical number to the moon. Okay, it's just freaking perfect. They couldn't have made it any better. Raphael in the House of Paint, thank you for watching this video.